Well, it's been about a week since my last upload, and I need to give you guys an update. It's actually been a week since I uploaded a video titled "Fired No Notice," and fired no notice. And this was after my last live stream, so this is essentially going to be part 2. And I gotta tell you guys, it's really hard. Not only one, it's really hard to talk into this camera because this light is so bright, but it's also really hard to get a job these days. It's very challenging, especially if you're not well or you have health issues. But it just seems like nobody's hiring. Seems like nobody's hiring. And I wanted to take you guys' advice and go find a real job, but it's becoming really challenging to do that.
It would
have came in handy walking around at night. So the video is black, but it says that the general perception of a real job is one which is salaried, with employment rights, sick pay, leave, entitlement, etc., has regular hours, usually full-time, a permanent position, not a temporary position. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm all ears. I'm open to it because I think that this is going to be really important, not only for me, but for many others in the future, given the current state of the economy. But also, yeah, as you can see, my channel is not quite what it used to be. And I think that that's across the board for a lot of different YouTube channels. And more importantly, even some that appear on the surface to be performing relatively well or as normal, yeah, advertisers are pulling back and they're not paying like they used to. So it may be time for me to sell the car, pawn the watch, and go get a real job, and hopefully see if I can piece this back together before it's all too late and before we lose everything and possibly face repossession or eviction out of our apartment. But at least it's just an apartment and not foreclosing on our home, because we're not homeowners. So yeah, I don't know what movie they're going to go see, but they had mentioned this one, Anyone But You, but I don't know if I was really into a rom-com. We did watch Wonka. I'm not watching The Color Purple. Aquaman, no, not interested. The Boys in the Boat, you couldn't pay me to watch that one. I think Beekeeper is on the list. And the book of Clarence, yeah, that one got really good reviews. And not interested in The Hunger Games, maybe Iron Claw when it comes out, so I can see just how jacked Zac Efron got for that movie. But I actually came across another YouTuber, and she was sharing her stories about how she could no longer afford to live in her van, which is actually kind of ironic because you would think that that would be the most cost-effective means and measures, but actually it's not. And the reason being, I'm not going to go into great detail because I don't know the full story, but essentially she's I think she's moving in with her brother or something. But at the end of the day, she was unable to maintain consistent work and pull in a steady paycheck, which is a massive problem right now, folks. And let me know, comment down below if you guys are having any issues maintaining your income, a steady paycheck, or one that can afford to cover your expenses and your monthly overhead necessities, groceries, rent, food, transportation, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of fun, maybe. But in that video, she was talking about how the job or the jobs that she has been applying for, some of which she actually has been hired for, abruptly and swiftly fire her. Basically, no notice whatsoever. And this is a growing trend right now. I looked it up on Google Trends, and it's just skyrocketing. fired, no notice. Unbelievable. But the problem is, she says, is that because of her physical condition and the illnesses that plague her body, not sure if she's got the jab or not. But regardless, you know, some folks had to comply with that just to maintain employment, only to then be further scrutinized, then it be no longer a requirement, much like the elimination of a bachelor degree for being required by corporations.
Good luck finding a real job. You saw that clip I sent you.
And this is going to be huge, folks. And so much for all these expensive student loan payments we were making. What a scam that was, right? Nearly half of U.S. companies plan to drop the bachelor's degree requirement for jobs in 2024. 2024 is going to be a big year, and I shared that with you guys. I said this is the year of the greatest wealth transfer in history, folks. Well, going back to this young lady and unfortunately losing her job, it was in a result of her physical health conditions. And again, like I said, and some people got shafted because of this during the pandemic. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't get the jab, you're going to lose your job. Or if you get the jab, you can keep your job. Or if you get the jab, then, you know, we'll give you a bonus or something. And I got to tell you guys, I hope this light isn't like glaring and reflecting too much off this window, but I don't know about this place. It's only 5:30, a little past 5:30 on a Sunday, and there is somebody in there. You see him? You see him in there? There's one guy in there, and there's no customers. There's no customers. This is wild. This is insane, folks. But hey, this is what we have been talking about all along. The warning signs have been leading up to this. And I think a lot of businesses are going to go out of business. A lot of companies are going to close down. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. A lot of people are going to get fired with no notice. And a lot of people are going to face extreme financial hardship when it comes to eviction, repossession, bank account closures, unable to pay their taxes, property taxes, foreclosure. The list is going to go on and on. Some folks out there who can't make their child support payments are probably going to get arrested and go to jail. Like, it's going to be some crazy stuff, folks. But unfortunately, this woman, she had a job, and because of her sickness and illness, she was fired. I don't know if that's legal. I don't know if, you know, might want to bring that one up to HR, maybe get an attorney, get a lawyer, pro bono lawyer, attorney to fight that case for you. But it looks like she got a raw deal, and that is a concern and a worry of mine too. Whereas if I were to go get a real job, then because I'm only saying that because YouTube is not a real job. That's at least what everybody tells me. But if I were to go do that, then I too would be subject to possibly being fired and terminated for the slightest cause, and with good reason too. And I'll tell you why in just a second. All right, I stand corrected. She just walked out. She just walked out with a pizza pie. So I don't know. I don't know where she was hiding in there, but apparently somebody was in there. But yeah, so I was watching This Is John Williams, and he was talking about on one of his videos, and the video, let me just pull it up here so I can tell you guys exactly. You know, I like to bring you guys the facts, the info, without beating around the bush, without wasting time. We just do these videos. I try to make them as short as possible and just jump right into it. If you appreciate that, if you appreciate these videos, if you appreciate the research and the effort that goes into making these videos, and enjoy these videos, are entertained by these videos, and you want to see more of these videos, then by all means, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Desperately seek shelter.
Protesting a new plan to temporarily house asylum seekers in school gyms.
But what I do know is what's about to happen to the U.S. economy. Housing, shelter costs, inflation, taxes.
Biden administration is granting nearly 500,000 Venezuelan migrants temporary legal status that will allow them to access work permits in the United States.
There's a lot of changes that are now being enacted. I saw this on Twitter, by the way. And then I went down the rabbit hole looking at all these different things to see, is this true? Is this actually going to happen? Where's this country really going? You start to look at this, it's pretty shocking. They say that immediate work permits to every, I'm not going to read that, person released from custody, right? 5,000 per day allowed in America, right? They even have taxpayer-funded attorneys, right? All of these increase the green card, 50,000 a year. They have all of these changes that are coming. You have to ask yourself, how is America able to fund this? How is America going to be able to, accomplish this, right? If this is what they're looking to do, how are they going to be able to accomplish this? Well, I'm going to show you what's about to happen. I'm going to show you on whitehouse.gov. I'm going to show you what they are saying is happening.
It's on here to this photo booth here, my little studio, and I'll show you. This is John Williams. It says mass immigration bill. See if I can get that to show you guys. It says mass immigration bill. Attention America, this changes everything. And you can see the shocked and concerned look on his face there. I don't know if that focused. I don't know if that focused. That would be the only downside to this GoPro recording. And not only does it not focus like my phone, my smartphone, my Samsung Galaxy, but it also just cuts off from time to time. I don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah, John, man, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you ain't seen the video, go check it out, go watch it. But just reading the comments here, it says, this one comment says, it's like a slap in the face of those who do things the legal way, and to the immigrants who have waited and went through so much just to become legal citizens. Amazing. I used to have a neighbor that bragged about going out and buying all sorts of expensive things before they file for bankruptcy. The way the U.S. is spending money right now reminds me of that neighbor. And I just saw a video telling people not to worry about our $34 trillion national debt because household wealth is 4 times that. And what a ridiculous comparison. Meanwhile, 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Really, really telling, folks. Let me know if your household wealth is 4 times that, okay? But the interesting thing is, as far as your neighbor filing bankruptcy to get out of their personal financial troubles and woes, is that this country cannot, because the country is in debt not to creditors per se like we would be to a mortgage company, a JP Morgan Chase, which Citigroup is worried about people not being able to pay off their debts and repay their loans and their mortgages. And they are also cutting hundreds of staff. But being in debt to maybe Ford Financial or BMW or Mercedes or whoever, no, the US is in debt to itself. It's printing money in this fictitious Ponzi scheme, this fractional reserve mental construct, and this crazy idea we have of our economy, but also to other countries like China. What was the vibe like inside the movie theater as far as staff and patrons?
There were probably about 5 or 6 people ahead of us. They were all together though. I think there was like a family reunion birthday thing going on because people had on the shirt that said happy 80th birthday Audrey, which was nice.
Okay, all right, so the first question was gonna be were they black?
Yes.
But then you said Audrey, so I wasn't 100% sure.
But the t-shirt sometimes gives it away.
But even though my grandmother's name is Audrey, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, so yes, they were. Everybody's ordering food and stuff, and there were 3 people working behind the counter, and everybody was really nice. And everything was fine.
But like volume, because I was looking at that pizza place, and volume at the pizza place, it's like, hey guys, we're gonna be going out of business soon. Like, you know, and
well, that place sucks. We know
I know, but I'm asking you for like, you know, what was the vibe inside there, like, as far as the viability of them potentially keeping the doors open?
Oh yeah, there's no issues there.
Oh no?
No.
Okay, good.
I mean, with the cost of the amount that popcorn costs and the amount of soda costs, no, they're fine. They are making a freaking
I know they're making a killing, but is there enough people buying the popcorn?
Yeah, well, there's enough
soda?
people buying the popcorn. Every single girl bought a bag of candy that if you had gone to the dollar store first would have been $5 quarter store. It would have been $1.25, but in there it's, you know, $4.90, well, $6.41 after tax for the same bag that's $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Popcorn, if you don't have a membership, is 11 and change for a large.
You gotta have a membership to buy popcorn?
Yeah, so if you want $1 off, yeah, but we get all kinds of discounts because I pay $15 a year to be part of AMC Stubs because we go often enough and the kid goes often enough with her friends that they don't know what we're doing. I don't want to get run over.
I think the worst part about it is like eventually at some point you're gonna forget how many memberships you have and how much you keep paying for every month.
Yeah, possibly. Well, it's $15 a year at least for me on AMC Stubs, so at least there's that. If it was monthly, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, $15 a year.
Yeah, and that's just for the lower one. I don't have the upper one that's more expensive. You know, if you brought the bottle in, they should refill it for free.
I need a rag too, like.
All of it? All right.
Yeah. Please. Everything, if possible. Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that's a plastic.
Oh, are you taking that one?
No, totally not taking the green one. Really? I'm probably taking the green one. I think she removed this from this.
Can I do a G13, please? Thank you.
That up for me?
I love how people think I don't speak Spanish and they like to talk shit about me.
Oh. All I have is tu madre. That's all I got for you. That's all you gotta say back. That's all I know. What? Tickets.
So that wasn't too bad.
No.
It's always a fun and interesting time talking to the bartender.
Yes, always. Always.
No, don't assume that they don't know what you're saying.
Yes. Just because they don't look like they speak Spanish doesn't mean they don't speak Spanish.
Well, this Samsung is way better at this night vision than the GoPro.
Probably way better picking up all that music too.
Who's this?
Somebody country.
Dirks Bentley?
Like. Don't ask me like I have any. Just because I'm white doesn't mean I know.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no Creflo dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow.